Hey everyone, and welcome back to part 2 of our survival mixtapes playthrough on episode 4. Last time we finished off just after beating the second blood moon. So now we've got just a few days to get ourselves prepared for the next blood moon. Which is going to be... oh, didn't realise I was literally stood next to a portal. That was a bit foolish. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a close one, to be honest. I don't know how well we're going to do. But the point is, we'll give it a good go. I think what we want to do is try and upgrade everything to being mortars. We're going to give that a try because it did look as though it might be quite a good way to set things up. We also need to get a bunch of coins and very quickly expand out on the left hand side one more time so we've got a second source of lots of coins every day, because that will be very useful to try and do. I believe we've got a day's grace, as it were, so probably best to try and get that sorted now. We might also want to just set up that next turret as well, outside the walls. I think it's very much going to be a case of the more the merrier. Also get this being worked so we can get those coins now. Hopefully we're going to be able to do some crazy recruiting and get a bunch more archers between now and our next blood moon, but we'll see. For now, the main thing we need is a bunch of coins. This next attack is definitely going to be very dubious because we have much weaker defenses than we did last time. I'm not sure whether or not the best thing to do is to just try and reinforce one side and go from there, but we'll see. I think it's also going to be quite important to try and build the next wall back on this side, and when I say that I mean I'll just get that upgraded. I mean the wall back here so that they have another point to fall back to that isn't as far back as everything. So I mean we might as well build the level 1 wall there, but we'll head back over to the left hand side because that's going to need most of our attention, to be honest. We need to get those walls built. That's also going to need... oh, nope, don't want that one. We're going to need to change this to a mortar. We're putting a lot of faith in the mortar turrets, to be honest, but we'll see if that gets rewarded. Should go and get a bunch more archers as well, because those will ultimately be very useful. I think this left hand side is going to be a real troublesome one for the next wave or two whilst walls are getting built up. But again, we'll see what we can do. I think it's pretty late, but we're going to risk it. Because if that wall doesn't get built, then they'll at least fall back to the one that is built. Okay, so we got that sorted, and we've got some pretty reasonable defences. The wall's not fully upgraded, but nonetheless we should have all right level of things. I'm interested to see how it all goes with this first one, if it's going to aim for the far side or the near side. Oh, yep, that very quickly got demolished. This is not going to last very long without some knights dealing with some things. Oh, and we've got armoured breeders, which is not too great. So yeah, I think our downfall here is that we don't really have any source of fire, which would be extremely useful right now. The one thing we are going to count on is that we can stall things for a very long time. Unfortunately, that's not going to make a big deal of difference when it comes to the final wave and everything does need to be destroyed, which is exactly why we need more... Oh, that looks bad, doesn't it? It's exactly why we need more defences, more power. Yep, the full outer wall has been destroyed. Any of you got any coins to contribute to the rebuilding efforts? Doesn't look like it. So this is where things are going to get real dicey. I think this one might actually be better as a laser. We're not going to put our full trust in the mortars, I'm afraid. They've proved semi-useful. I mean, I really need to get back over that right hand side and get the wall rebuilt there. I think that's going to be the top priority. We know the left hand side's wall's probably going to fall. If we could, we would want to build up the dumpster and the laser that goes with it, but we might not have enough coins. It's a decidedly uphill battle that we're facing. I think this one's also probably going to be better as a laser. Okay, they're going away for the night. That might not be successful there, but either way we'll send him out, see if he can upgrade it in time. And we'll greet them out here. Oh, of course he's given up on that last bit when he very much should be doing something about it, but hey, at least they will try to destroy it. Oh yes, didn't upgrade that wall, so that's not going to last too long. Yeah, laser definitely seems to work better for the nearest one. But we're still very much going to be in a case where we've got to retreat and let them do their thing. We'll go and have a look and see how the right side has ended up. Well, they've still got the other one of those, but outermost wall, yep, destroyed again. Seemed to last a bit better, but yes, it's less than ideal. Still, the more walls we can fall back to, the better. That was weird, he just sort of zoomed along there. Definitely need to do some more recruiting, but first we do need to rebuild or improve this outer wall. Okay, I think that's pretty much all we can do on this side. We've got 2 layers of defense there. We could build this other wall, but we have other priorities, such as building this dumpster. If we have the coins to do that. Which we do now. And then the next thing is going to be recruiting as many as we can. Well, once we've rearranged where the dumpster is. I think we might want to place it just behind this turret so that we have a bit more of an opportunity for it to survive. Plus the range on it should still be good enough. I think that's perfect. If it wants to, there we go. Because those lasers should all be able to hit just outside this wall, which should be exactly what we want. If we want, we could even put in a wall there, see if that will help delay things. Needed to go out and recruit more people, but we've got enough spares lying around. Spare children, lovely thing to say. Okay, that's a nice level of coins. It's a lot of coins. I think we'll give them the first sort of helping hand here. Love that that biker just did not seem to care then. That was good stuff. Okay, I think that's all we can do on this side, and we'll see how it's going in a little bit. I suppose we should really see if we can support this side as well. Okay, that wall's fallen, which is to be expected. But they seem to have done a good job of holding it, so once again we'll rebuild. Add another line of upgrades to that turret. How many days do we have? Okay, we're on 19, so we've got today, tomorrow, and the day after before a blood moon attack, so that's enough to make a few more minor improvements. Definitely need to do more recruiting. Don't have the coins for that, which means we probably should have waited to have the coins, but here they are. I feel like once we've got this side a bit more under control, which should be soonish, we'll have a few more coins to do more recruiting, which we'll go and actually get those people now. And hopefully by the time we reach the final blood moon, we'll be in a safer position, be able to recruit a lot more. Keep going. I was just concerned we were going to have to deal with something coming out of the portal then. But yeah, we should be able to recruit a lot more archers in time for the final blood moon. Fingers crossed. What else have you all got? Get that drink down, you Mr. Champ. Now let's get you to the front lines again. That's far more murder, much better. Now we're back where we're familiar. Wall getting a little bit destroyed, but should be fine in time for daybreak. Should be enough of a delay. It's a bit strange the mortar stopped firing. Okay, that's what we like to see, although I do wish they would get out of here a little bit quicker. We'll just focus on rebuilding that wall for the time being. Oh great, we lost the other knight on this side. That's not ideal. I suppose they probably weren't getting many coins to help them along their way. Speaking of which, I definitely need some more coins. Because, yep, we've got to... Oh, that needs fixing. Let's just do this, and then that should inspire her to fix it up. Okay, a lovely situation where we have absolutely 0 coins. There's one. If it wants to let us pick it up. Well, we are roughly maintaining things. We've still got quite a few archers we can get. To be honest, the knight statue isn't the most useful here. I feel like the other one would be a lot more useful, the archery one. There is also a building statue, which improves the health of your walls, but which again, that would be very useful. I feel like the knight one's pretty limited in its versatility, but nonetheless, it is a bonus. Right, let's get ourselves some more archers. And maybe also just a level of extra defense on the turret here. This time we'll give our first hit of the champ to this side. Help deal with the initial bunch of greed. I feel like he wastes his shot. Go, that's better. Now we can get out of here and go see how terribly the left hand side's doing. I was going to say outer wall hadn't quite been destroyed, but now it has. But they have got to the point of it just being the breeders by themselves, so that's positive. Okay, lovely. We've got a terrible, terrible place to be in. But once we, I think we can just chuck out as much as we can on the extra reinforcements for turrets. We'll focus on that over archers, I think. Either way, this is the make or break. Okay, she's taken all our coins. The knights have been useful, so it is good to make sure they've got plenty of coins to work with. Give me that sweet popcorn money. This is gonna be an absolute disaster. One of the other things that really helps with a lot of these runs in the survival mixtapes is if you get lucky enough to get the DeLorean, because that thing really helps with getting rid of breeders, as it allows you to set them on fire, meaning they take constant damage, which is obviously very useful when they're doing their very slow run or slow walk between walls as they destroy them. It gives you sort of a constant bit of chip damage for them. Not going to mess with that, even though it's partially destroyed. Okay, I don't know which side would be best one to go with. I think the right hand side needs more of a hand, but I think they're both going to be pretty overrun in various amounts. Ooh, that crown stealer nearly hit me. I mean, my crown would have most likely been safe, but nonetheless. Get that drink down, you mister. Oh, don't let him get that. That was dubious. Gotta keep running, but they've been dealt with. Okay, that's sort of, I think, as much as we can really do on this side. Let's see how the other side's doing. The second wall is still intact currently. And they are working their ways back. Breeders have been mostly dealt with. Well, I mean, they are still very much existent, but that looks pretty under control, you know. I think we might have done it. These, that knight plus these mortar turrets knocking them back is just insane. It's just really good crowd control. Let's stop admiring that for a second and hope they're all under control. Ooh, a lot of people lost their jobs. Knight on the right hand side still fine. We're back to our last line of defense. Let's just pay to get a few more archers. What have we still got? Okay, we've still got a few of them, but should be relatively manageable. I'm hoping the left hand side is mostly fine. Let's actually be rogue and get a couple of them recruited, because the knights should be able to give a good bit of support. Looks like it's just that one left, so I think we're real close to it. Well, I don't want to count my chickens. Let's check this left-hand side. Is that wall still going? Or that breeders all dealt with? Not quite sure why the next day hadn't dawned, but there we have it. That's the gold crown. And we'll consider that a mild success. It got very close to disaster at the end there, but just about managed to pull it out. Seems like we're a bit light on builders. But anyway, we don't really need to worry about that because we got the gold crown. So that's everything for this episode. To be honest, I was not particularly sure whether or not we were going to make it, so it's a pleasant surprise. Good to get the gold crown and to be able to fully show off what the survival mixtapes have to offer. So hope you've enjoyed. One thing to bear in mind is that this isn't the final build of the survival mixtapes. This is still a bit of a beta, so there will be a few bug fixes and whatnot between this version and the live version when that hits, but just in case anything does seem drastically different from whatever playthrough you may have. But anyway, that's everything for this time. I hope you've enjoyed it, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.